So I taught at a school for learning disabled students, and I had this student named Brandon who came in as a third grader, and he was pretty typical like the rest of the third graders. Many of them had ADHD or dyslexia or auditory processing issues, and they were usually responded well to the adaptive program that we had. And Brandon went in the opposite direction. He almost immediately began to slide downhill physically and cognitively, and began to stumble and lose his vision. And within about a month, we heard from his parents that he had been diagnosed with Batten disease, which none of us had ever heard of before, but we learned from the parents that it strikes children between the ages of 5 and 10, and they usually don't make it out of their teens, and by the time death occurs, they have lost all abilities and are bedridden. So that was devastating. And then across town, there's another school in our same town that also serves learning disabled students, and we heard that there was a girl the same age as Brandon, diagnosed in the same month by the same doctor with a variation of the same disease. So that was pretty weird, and it was also pretty awful. And the crowning blow was when we heard that a little bit after that, that Brandon's little brother, Jeremy, just 2 years younger, was also diagnosed with the same disorder. And that's not uncommon, really, even though this is a rare neurodegenerative disorder, because if the parents both have the defective gene, then all of the siblings have a 1 in 4 chance of inheriting it. So these stories just touched my heart, and I knew that I wanted to write a story about this. So I've written a fictional account, kind of combining all that I've learned through these experiences. It's called Behind These Hands, and it has a female protagonist, a teen who is dealing with her 2 little brothers who have this disease, and also trying to reconcile her own hopes and dreams for a musical future. And I tried to highlight the celebration of life that she comes up with when she realizes that the clock is ticking. So I hope that this speaks to both the families, the children and the families that are dealing with rare diseases.